Hey, what's going on, everyone? Dr. Josh Hant here. I'm coming in for Lifestyle Locker. We are going to do a little bit of a review today of some of the products and the things that I do and use that are so-called biohacks. And what I want to share with you is this. One, a biohack doesn't mean you're cheating. I don't want you to hack the system. The way I interpret biohacking, the way I see it being used to benefit your health and your life is this, is one, biohacking, what it does or what it allows you to do is one of two things. It allows you to use data to change your actions, your thoughts, and your perceptions about how you're living. And two, it gives you tools you can use that'll help maximize your benefits in life. And that, again, that doesn't mean cheating. So I just want to share some of the stuff that I've been using, some of the technology that I like that I use, as well as some of the products that I've been using in the more recent past that I think are definitely very positive and have given me some really neat outcomes and measurable data that I enjoy. So that being said, the last way which I measure biohacking is really the performance and health of your nervous system. And as a chiropractor, we understand that the central nervous system is that master control system in the body. And yes, we know as chiropractors, we talk about something, it's called the subluxation, that misalignment above atlas, which is that top bone in the neck. And why that's important, there's a lot of stuff that goes on in between our ears, neurochemically, and beyond, right? Stuff that we don't think about. I'll ask patients, and I have these conversations with other docs, and I think it's quite interesting, is that, what's the difference between a live person and a dead person? All the parts are there. And people go, huh. So it's not that science, or it's not that a doctor or somebody or something is giving you, all your moving parts. We call it life. That's that vitalistic, that innate potential that we all have. And maximizing or biohacking your health or your life is ultimately a way for you to enhance your body's innate expression, its full potential of maximizing that central nervous system so you can maximize your life. So first, I'm going to start off with something that I really enjoy. I've been using it now for I don't know how many months, but it's been a little while now, and I love tracking it. It's something called the Aura Ring. So the Aura Ring is this cool little device I'm wearing in my hand. This one is titanium. It gets beat up pretty good. I wear it every single day. People wonder why I have a plastic or a silicone wedding band and a titanium tracking device. So what an Aura Ring tracks is your sleep. It does activity. I'm not sure how great it records your activity levels compared to the next piece of technology, which I'll share with you. But the Aura Ring is really great. It measures lots of different things. It measures your sleep in a lot of different ways. It goes over REM sleep, and I've done a little podcast on this as well. It goes over REM sleep, deep sleep, restorative sleep, the sleep cycles that we go through. And also, what's really neat and why I really love this is I started to realize the movement I give myself every day, whether it's exercise, walking, all the above, as well as how and what I eat and when I eat what I eat, I can change my score, my sleep score, or my activity score, or the full score that you get on the Aura Ring significantly. And one example is this. I'm a coffee drinker. I drink bulletproof coffee daily, probably about 99% of the time. If I'm traveling and can't find it, I sometimes can find it at a grocery store. As I just did my last trip, I was buying it in the grocery store, prepackaged. Not the same, but better than drinking the crappy coffee at a hotel or, in a store. So what I found is that if I have coffee after 2 p.m., and I started to figure this out slowly, if I have coffee after 2 p.m., or is it, yeah, it's 2 p.m., right after that, or close to 3 p.m., if I hit 3 p.m., I'm screwed. I cannot sleep. So the Aura Ring has allowed me to track and see. It's not tracking my food for me. I get to do that as using my own brain. But I start to say, great, the days that I'm getting my greens are more than I should, my veggies, I'm getting all the nutrients, I'm taking my supplements that I'll share. I get amazing nights of sleep. And awesome. And you can track that. I love the Aura Ring for that because what it does, it allows my next day always to be a better day. Always. And I love having good, positive, high energy days. I love showing up after, work. I come back from my office. If I work from 6 a.m. or I leave my house at 6 a.m., I'm not working at 6. I leave my house at 6 a.m. I get home at 8:30 p.m. at night, and I'm still energized and fired up. One, that's because, I'm turning people's lives back on. I'm tuning up their nervous systems as a chiropractor and helping people. But secondly, I'm taking care of my body the right way so I can be fueled. All right, and there are a couple of tricks that I'm doing during that day to give me more energy as well, which I'll get into. So the second piece of technology that I'll share with you that I enjoy, I use it more in the warmer weather as a tracking device than I do in the cooler weather. I'm not a big outdoor runner when it's cold. I tend to be hunkered down in front of technology a lot more and at the gym, producing a lot more podcasts and sharing a lot. But I wear this device called a Garmin Instinct, and it is one of Garmin's wearables. It's a watch. I like it because I was a G-Shock kind of guy back in the day. Had probably one of the first G-Shocks by Casio ever made, which was beefy watches, which you could run over with your car, and they still run. This Garmin is very simple. It's not touchscreen. It's tough. They market it as for military and or police, fire, EMS, those type of jobs. And I like it because I tend to be tough on technology and tough on things. So this is great, but it tracks your heart rate 24/7. So Garmin has a really neat metrics where you can track, and I can compare to my Oura Ring, and they're pretty similar. Not exactly the same, but pretty similar. I like using it also for GPS for running and movement and hiking. And it's a great device. The battery life on this is awesome. I've had other companies, which I won't share, but I will. So I've had older Fitbits when they first came out. I went through 2 or 3 of them. They kept them having to replace them. I break them, and I hated having to wear 2 watches. I also had a Suunto, which I just didn't like the interface and the way it worked with other devices like Strava, which is a tracking device, which I use on my phone. I don't use it very regularly, but when I was using it frequently, it didn't really do a good job of recording. And lastly, I didn't like the Suunto brand because it died on my first 50K ultra marathon and stopped recording halfway through. And there's no way for me to know unless I stopped and started looking at my watch, which I was not doing. I was just going, right? So I like this device. It's inexpensive. The ring, I think they retail for probably about $250. The watch, similar, maybe $200-300. Really cool piece of technology. If you had to get one versus the other, I wouldn't know what to tell you. You got to decide what you want it for. If you're using it for tracking a run or going for a hike with your dog or your spouse, the Garmin is, I think, going to be a better buy. But you can wear it when you sleep because it can track sleep. Not the same way, I believe, as the Oura Ring. But if you're not into that other stuff, the Oura Ring is great because you can wear it and you can wear whatever watch you like. If you have a nice watch or another watch, like a G-Shock, you can wear that as well. So those are a couple of great technological devices that I love. The third technological device, which I just got not too long ago, which I've been using for I think almost 2 months now, I absolutely love it. It's called the Muse. Their website is choosemuse.com, and I'll share a bunch of links in the notes here after in the comments. But this is the Muse. This is a really cool headband that you get to wear. Ooh, there we go, for meditation. Hold on, put this thing on here. I'm not totally crooked. Looks kind of cool, something space age, but what it is, this technology is really neat. It reads your brain. It's an EEG. And I use this for meditation. That's what it's designed for. And I was fortunate enough that I got to interview the CEO, Ariel Garten of Choose Muse. And what an intelligent woman. Completely sold me on the technology. I liked meditation, but this makes it easy. I do different types of meditations, which I'll get into one of my new favorite ones in a minute. But this allows you to track and get actual feedback on meditation. And not that always is something that I think you necessarily need. Feedback is absolutely awesome on this if you're going to use it and be quiet with yourself. When I use Muse, I tend not to have much of the background noise going on the Muse. I just use a little bit of the feedback, which is either birds chirping or little sounds, depending on how you have it set up. But when you get into a really good meditative state, you tend to hear these birds chirping or these subtle sounds. I keep them very low so it doesn't interfere with my thought patterns or lack of thought patterns, if you will, my mantra and other things. So I really love it. It's neat for me because I like tracking things. And you get to see, there are certain days that I'm sitting with this device on, and I'm like, oh, God, this is the absolute worst meditation I've ever had. And, I'm thinking that even during it, which is probably not the best thing to do. It's not a positive meditation, but who's perfect, right? So I'm just giving you the reality of the situation. It shows, I look at the data after and go like, that sucks, right? That was a crappy meditation. But the point is I'm doing it. So doing it and having a crappy meditation is better than not doing a meditation at all. The Choose Muse is awesome. They make two different devices. I can put links for this in the show notes as well. The Choose Muse, they have the 1 and the 2. The 2 is a little bit more advanced, has something called heart rate variability. I did a podcast with Ariel Garten. Like I said, you can listen to more details on that and even get it on their website. Highly recommend checking that out. The device is awesome. The battery life is absolutely awesome. I've said the watch is pretty good. It's about 2 weeks. The ring is, they say 7 days. I say, meh, it's not that long. The Muse is awesome. I have it for over a week, using it 1 to 2 times a day, and it lasts pretty darn long. And I've never killed the battery on it yet. I charge it intermittently when I remember, but I've never had an issue with it. Absolutely love the device. Very cool. So now let's get into some of the nutrition that I've been using now for months, which I like. I'm going to share. There's a few of them. There's actually a handful of them, and for that, I'm going to just do a little bit of a screen share. If you give me 1 second. And for those of you that are actually listening to this, this will all be in the show notes. This will be in the details, so you don't have to worry about, let me just change this. This is Firefox. So here we go. So this is Omax Health. They have really, really amazing products. Absolutely love them. I have a few that are on the screen here. I've used their cognitive function, which is they call the alpha and the omega. I think it's one of their main products for brain function. And who doesn't want to have a better functioning nervous system? Remember, we said biohacking, enhancing brain function so we can enhance life function. Love it. I used this one as well. This is their ultra pure. They call it their inflammation support. When you're athletic and you tend to beat yourself up, I think this is a fantastic one. And to say that, I've also tried for a short period of time, which I really did like their product. Is their CBD product. It's their stress product. I do like it. It's great. I like higher doses of the CBD, but this is a really high quality product, which you actually sense feeling it. Absolutely great. And they also have a new product, which is called Cryo Freeze CBD, which is a roll-on for discomfort. I have not tried it yet. I'm sure I will be trying it soon. But I absolutely love their products, high quality. I love that their boxes and their packaging, things come in blister packs. So when I travel, and I travel a bunch, it makes it very easy to actually travel with your supplements, which very, very cool. Very smart. I like it. Very simple. Next product I love is, and I'm going to get back into meditation. Don't let me forget. Next product I really, really love is this company, which I have all of their stuff here, is called RAM Advantage. All right, so I have this really cool stuff called RAM Advantage, and what I'm going to do, let me give you 1 second. I'm going to click on their logo. So this guy right here, I had a chance of interviewing with as well as Omax Health, and I can tell you I've tried all of their really cool products. So their main products that I've used the most, and the one that I've used the least, and that's just because I haven't taken it. I have not taken it regularly. But my favorite one so far is called their Neuro Z3. Absolutely awesome product. I can't tell you how much I actually really, really love this product. This is like supercharging your brain. Neuro Z3. Absolutely amazing. I don't even know how to describe how cool you feel in your sense and your function and how amazing it is. But I absolutely love this Neuro Z3 product. I feel so laser focused when I use this product, and it's pretty badass. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like Superman. You know, that's no other way to really describe it. That is another product that I've been using pretty regularly. It's called Endcore X4, and this product I use more when I'm training, and especially when I'm training hard. If I go and do a boxing class, or I'm going for a run, or if I'm going to do doubles in a short period of time as far as training goes, this is pretty awesome. It gives you really, really good endurance. You know, granted, I'm not using this only to help me with that. I'm drinking my water, I'm hydrating, I'm doing positive things and getting my sleep and all the other things which help with my training. But this just ramps it up just a little bit. I really think this product is quite nice. I tried this product. I haven't taken it consistently enough to notice a physical change. It's called C Prime 5. They joke about it and say you can use it with your cheat meals. It offsets the way the impact, eating poor food. Not that I recommend you doing that on a regular basis, but I took this for the first time right before going to a brunch. I believe it was for my wife's birthday or I don't remember what it was for. It felt amazing, and I had things I don't normally eat, like we'll say a waffle or French toast or whatever it was at the time. Normally, stuff like that will knock me to the ground, bog me down. This stuff did a really good job at helping me balance, and their products are really, really high quality, really, really good. They have this other one called Alpha V6, which I've only used once, and I can't give you a real review on it. But I will tell you, it's something I'm going to start. It's called Vacation in a Bottle. So there is nothing wrong with that. It says find your calm, again, mood support designed for daily use. It helps recovery, which is, I don't know why I'm not using it, and I may actually start using it this week post-recording. Speedy recovery, stress support, elevated mood, improves your sleep, and it's caffeine-free, soy-free, gluten-free, all healthy, right? Really good stuff. So great products that I actually love using. You all know that I've taken algae and do lots of other things, but these products in the more recent past have done really, really well, and I even travel with them now. They're really awesome. Last thing I believe that I want to share with you, let me just check myself here, is my dear friend. I can't really call her dear friend, but I think I want to call her a dear friend since I've hung out with her. Did her live workshop. Her name is Emily Fletcher. Awesome, absolutely awesome book. Top seller, I think number 8 on Amazon overall. Super cool. It's called Stress Less, Accomplish More, Meditation for Extraordinary Performance. Emily Fletcher is a full-blown baller when it comes to meditation. And I started doing her Ziva meditation. I read the book. I went through her online course, and then I went and did the live course. I'm all in when it comes to this stuff, because I found out with meditation that meditation is such a game changer in your health and in your life that consistency really, 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 really does make a huge difference, right? Meditation is awesome, and realize there are different meditations out there, a lot of good stuff, and they all don't necessarily vibe with everybody. I think if you're someone that doesn't have time to meditate, or you don't think you can meditate, I think you need to get this book. I think you need to go take her online course. I think you need to go take her live course. It's amazing. It's really cool stuff. I do her type of meditation almost twice a day, every single day. I do mix in every so often certain meditations from, I can say, my dear friend, Dr. Joe Dispenza, another meditation guru, I should say my first real meditation guru where I really was able to get into it. His meditations are a little heavier. They are very powerful as well. They are not something that I think is right away for the beginner. I think you can work your way into it, or if you actually go and take one of his courses, I think you can get into it very fast. But I don't think it's something you can just dive into. Some of the wording and the languaging may be a little challenging, but it is amazing, absolutely amazing. I highly recommend Dr. Joe Dispenza 1,000%. So if you have an opportunity to go see him, listen to him speak live, go take one of his workshops as well, dive in deep. But this is not about that. This is about Emily Fletcher at the moment. So I highly recommend going to get her book. Dive deep in there and learn a lot. And I can tell you this, when you are doing the right things, when you're meditating, when you are sleeping better, when your headspace is better, when you have good positive thoughts that are rolling in and out of your mind, life is easier. I can't say that I'm perfect because I am far from it. But I can tell you by doing all these positive things, feeding my body, feeding my mind, having a great time. Like we just got back from an awesome trip with my wife, or I got back with an awesome trip with my wife in New Orleans, and we were able to decompress, have some fun, and I still get to participate in all the things I like to do. I get to take my nutrition. Granted, the food in New Orleans is not very healthy. We actually had to search out a healthy grocery store, so we can get some food and some snacks, so we can have some real stuff that is actually good for you. We just couldn't find a lot of it when we were down there on vacation. But I get to do all the things that I love. I get to meditate. I get to take my supplements. I get to rest. I get to sleep well. And I get to track all of it because I'm kind of a geek that way. But I do it all for myself because I want to better myself, because I know if I can be better for you, I can support all of you in your mission of being healthier, better, faster, stronger, whatever it may actually be, because we need more happy, healthy people in this world. And lastly, I want to say that one thing that I think is super important that if you've not been doing, it's not something that I've been necessarily taught. I think I've been taught a lot, but it's been beat into my mind nicely, nicely over the past couple of years is journaling. And I say, people say, well, what do I write about? If I'm going to get a journal and write at night or in the morning, there are a couple things I've learned from quite a few different people. The simplest one that you can do on a regular basis, and you can do this in the morning and the evening, and you can spend 1 to 2 to 3 minutes doing this. You won't need, depends on how fast you write, but share a little gratitude. Write a little gratitude. Be grateful for the things that you have in your life. Don't look for the problems or the excuses or the things that you can't or won't use. Go ahead and just write daily things you're grateful for. Because I can tell you, I'm a very analytical person, and I can push people's buttons, and I don't do that intentionally. I'm just that's the way I am, and I say that because I have to look at myself and reflect on how I treat others and treat myself. Because if I'm treating others in a way that I think is wrong, after I look back at it, that means I'm treating myself the same way. So I try to share gratitude every day. I feel that it makes me a better, more positive person. It makes me a much more relaxed person. And why not put something really good into your mind before you go to bed and right away when you wake up? Some people use prayer, some people use meditation, some people use journaling. Some of the best use all three, right? And if you're not religious, that doesn't need to be praying to God or praying to whatever, but you can do something proactive, right, by just journaling. Put something down. Use your meditation. These things are absolutely amazing. So make sure you go ahead and check. I'm going to put it in the notes. I'm going to put all of the details on how to find these products and how to find the things that I use for the so-called biohacking. And granted, this is not all of them, but this is some of the stuff that I use on a regular basis. So thank you all for listening. I'll talk to you all soon. See you on the next episode.